Welcome to the Ambitious Coach Podcast. This is a place where driven, determined coaches learn how to get off the business growth struggle bus and learn how to build a wildly profitable online coaching business. I'm your host, Allison Henderson, corporate dropout to six-figure social media business coach. I'm going to show you how I've been able to create the business of my dreams organically, all through utilizing my social media platforms. So pull up a seat, take some notes, and get ready to see your life and bank account transform. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Ambitious Coach Podcast. It's me, Allison. So quick update on the podcast. I will be posting them every Monday morning for you. I know I've been a little sporadic, if that's the right word, with my podcast over the last year. But now I just really want to make sure that you guys know every single Monday you are going to get an episode first thing in the morning. So this podcast means so much to me. And I hear from my listeners all the time that they learn so much. And I just want to be taking it a little bit more seriously this year. Also, my kids are going to be going back to school. And my littlest one is going to be in school full time. She's going into kindergarten. So I'm secretly really excited. I have now this new sense of freedom this upcoming school year. And so I'm just excited to get back to work and really just focus on some newer-ish projects. And really be focusing more on my podcast. This summer I have been working, but definitely taking a huge break. I traveled a lot, chilled at the pool with my kids, drove around in my golf cart in my neighborhood, and just thoroughly tried to enjoy family time. And so I kind of took off this summer. I did have a few one-on-one clients. I had a group program as well, but really in the back of my mind, it was a super chill summer. And so I'm getting that the kids are going back to school energy, and it's time to go. It's time for us to start making some moves. And so I'm hoping that I can sparkle some energy or sprinkle, whatever the word is. I can't speak today, but I'm hoping that I'm projecting this energy onto you too. I don't know if you can feel it over the microphone, but I am sending you all the positive energy, abundance, and just that energy for you to start taking some action and make some money. All right, so let's get into today's episode where we're going to be diving into one of my favorite topics, how I use Instagram stories to sell my offers and to attract more of my dream clients. And guess what? You can do this too. It is so easy for you to do this. So if you've ever asked yourself, how do I get people to buy from my stories? What am I supposed to be posting every day on my stories? Or how do I not sound boring or like a robot when I do come on and share my offer for the 100th time? This episode is going to be for you. So let's get into it. So why do stories still matter? I have been building and selling on Instagram for over 7 years now. I can confidently say this. Instagram stories are still one of the easiest ways for you to make money on social media. And honestly, it's one of the most overlooked sales tools out there because people are so afraid of I have to share my personal life and I have to do all these extra things when I come on my stories. And it's just, not that hard. All right. So I'm going to try to make it less overwhelming for you today in this episode. And by the way, when I do say stories, you could be doing this on Facebook stories, TikTok stories. I'm specifically talking a lot about Instagram today because that's the tool that I use to get clients. And that's where I build, or I have built my tribe of people. This is where I built my audience. So this could be on any other platform as well though. Okay. So it doesn't just have to be on Instagram. So this is the thing about stories. Stories give people that chance to get to know you. They hear you. They can connect with you on a deeper level. It's where the real connection happens. It builds intimacy really fast, not just doom scrolling, okay, and just liking, but watching, listening, and deciding. Do I actually like this person? Do I vibe with her? Can she actually help me? Am I in love with her secretly? Okay. And if you're not using your stories strategically, you're missing out on a major opportunity to build trust with your audience and to get more leads. All right. So let's talk about how to actually do this. In my opinion, there's 4 different types of content styles that you can utilize for your Instagram stories. We have educational, personal, promotional, and just entertaining. All right, so I'm going to break them down for you. The first one, educational. Teaching something. This is really easy. A lot of people love teaching on the internet. For me, I am a teacher at heart. So me coming on and teaching you a mini training or whatever is so fun for me. So this is a chance for you to be seen as a go-to expert. And no, you don't need to give away all of your secrets in that whole step-by-step process or anything like that. But you do need to give your audience some wins, okay? You do need to share some sort of education that's going to shift their reality. All right. So when I say educational things, when I say like mini trainings and stuff like that, I would say under 2 minutes. It doesn't have to be anything long and extensive and like kind of like a free webinar. I guess that's not what I'm talking about. But some tips that are related to your niche is going to be really helpful for you. So if you're a sleep consultant, talk about what to do during a sleep regression. If you're a business coach, share 3 reasons their audience isn't converting. If you're a wellness coach, explain why clients are still tired even after getting 8 hours of sleep. This content builds authority and it gives your followers a quick win. And that's what makes them coming back every single time your cute little face pops up on their stories. Now, big tip for you, show your face. Talk to your people, all right? They want to see your face. Now more than ever, because of AI, we need people who are talking to the camera and showing that they actually know what they're talking about. AI isn't going away, right? But AI isn't also going to attract the amount of clients that you think it's going to. People are still hiring real people. People want to know whoever they are hiring actually knows their stuff. They actually know what they're talking about. Use your voice, show your face, and actually convert your audience. People need to see and feel your energy. You don't need to be all glammed up or anything like that. If you do feel like you need a full face of makeup, cool. Then schedule a day to make that happen, all right? I'm not sitting here gonna hate on you wanting to look your best because whenever you feel your best, you're going to feel that way on camera, right? So if you are somebody like me, though, that rarely wears makeup, just so you know, it's not necessary, okay? You can definitely use a filter, and that's fine too, okay? And if you're like, Allison, I can't do video every single day, that's totally fine too. You can also make text slides using Instagram or even Canva, okay? Break it down into these smaller bite-sized frames so it's easy for them to skim and to move on to the next slide. So kind of like a mini carousel. All right, so let's go into the second one, which is promotional stories. All right, let's be real, guys. You guys know this. You guys all know this. You have to sell. You have to sell and promote your offers. This is the one thing a lot of people just skip. They're like, why aren't I getting any sales? And I'm like, well, are you actually selling every day? So if you want to make a lot of money, you have to come on your stories and talk about your offer. If you never tell people how to work with you, they're not just going to magically ask. You can't just educate and hope people magically land in your DMs. You need to be consistent with sharing your offers. You're saying who it's for or who it's not for. You're going to explain those tangible results that you can help them with and remind them why this offer solves their actual problems or many problems in their life. How is that problem that they have, this big challenge they have, how is it affecting other areas of their life? Illuminate that, but also illuminate how their life could change by simply buying your offer. All right. Stop listing just the features of your program, which I call like the deliverables, which are like, you're going to get 5 calls with me and unlimited tech support and all that stuff, which is great. That is also something that they need to know, but that's not actually what's going to convert your audience into a paying client. Start saying, I help new coaches go from 0 clients to confidently booking calls and closing sales every single week using Instagram. Who do you help and what do you help them achieve? Shout it from the rooftops. What do they actually want? Sell them what they want. Obviously, when they get into your program, you're going to give them everything that they need. But when it comes to sales and marketing on the internet, you always want to be talking about what they actually want. All right, so bonus tips for your stories. Use polls to gather leads. You can ask questions like, do you want more details? Are you looking for support with this? Warm leads are out there. And sometimes they just need to click a button that says, yes, I want more information. All right, so don't overthink this. Use your polls. All right, number 3, share personal stories. I want you letting them into your life. People buy from people they feel connected to. And the fastest way to build connection is to let them get to know you. I always tell my clients, like, please let people fall in love with you, all right? Share more about your morning routine, your messy desk, things that you just do with your own kids. Or if you don't have kids, cool. What do you do every single day? How do you handle stress? What are you working on? What are the behind the scenes of your business? What are your current wins that you had this week? Maybe you have some mom fails that you'd love to share. All right. All of this builds connection and intimacy. However, one really big thing I want you to know, I want you sharing from a scar, not an open wound. So a lot of people think when I say like, share some of your fails or share things that are like messy in your life or something right now. I'm not saying like share like, hey, me and my husband just had a huge fight and I want to share all about this on social media. No, we're not going to be doing that. What I mean by this is if you are going through something heavy, it's okay to not share just yet. Work through it. Heal from it. It's okay to tell people you're going through something, but don't necessarily come on social media bawling your eyes out and just, maybe hating on your ex or something. Keep it semi-professional, all right? And I know that you probably know the difference between that, but we do love hearing people's healing journeys and how they got through something really hard. But when it's so new and you're still processing, give it time. The everyday stuff is what builds that intimacy. Like I said, it's what makes people say, oh my God, I feel like I know her. I feel like I just totally vibe with this person. I love getting on sales calls and they say, I feel like I already know you. Because in a weird way, I do let you into my life. If you're listening to my podcast, I always like to say something at the beginning about my life that's going on right now, right? I let you in little by little. And also in my stories every single day, I'm sharing you pieces of my life, right? You don't need to share everything, but you do need to share a little something. And I know so many people are like, but Allison, my life is so boring. My life is boring. It's not as boring as you think it is. All right. You're actually more interesting than you're leading on. And no, you're not too much. Okay. You're just a human being. Okay. That's exactly what your audience wants more of. They want to see that human side of you. They want to know all those little weird things that you do. Like it's okay to showcase your weird. Okay. Your awkwardness. And, we call it like letting your freak flag fly a little bit. It's like, give them like these little pieces of you, but it doesn't have to be like the main ingredient of your whole profile, right? Still, the main ingredient is you are a sleep consultant or you're a life coach or you're a business coach, you're a marketing coach, whatever that is, right? That's still the main ingredient. But I know for a fact, if I like somebody and I'm like, oh my God, I'm just kind of like, oh, I'm a little crushing on her, I'm going to be way more likely to buy from her than somebody who comes on their stories and like in a blazer and is constantly just like being so buttoned up and professional. I hate to say that, but like it's true. So being yourself is going to actually make you a lot more money than you think. All right. I love stories because I also get to document my life. I have a really great life and I love sharing that with you. And I'm not incredibly interesting, but I do have a great life. And even sharing some of those little pieces of that with you is fun for me. So I had to switch to go from oh, this is kind of a chore. I have to share stuff on social media and things about my life. I'm like, but I actually have a really great life and I want to share that with people. Like when I love now, getting those little notifications, when memories pop up. I'm like, oh yeah, I did do that a few years ago. I got a notification today that was 7 years ago, you posted a testimonial. And I'm like, oh my God, guys, this is probably one of my first testimonials, right? And I reread that and I was like, oh my God, it just kind of made me go, wow, that's so great, right? And I also have me being pregnant and me I don't know, playing with my kids from so long ago. And I love seeing those little memories pop up. So yes, at the time, I didn't necessarily feel like my life was so interesting, but man, looking back, it's so nice to see those. So I guess that's my little switch for you to make. If that's something that feels so kind of hard for you, it's no, actually, this is going to be a nice little thing for me in the future that I can always come back to. And by the way, too, when you're sharing businessy things, for me, I do share tips and tricks. I've been doing that for the last 7 years. I've been sharing actual value to my audience. And sometimes I see those pop up and I'm like, damn, that was a really good piece of content. Oh, let me go back and see if I can find that. Or it popped up. I just start screenshotting and I go, I'm going to try to rewrite some of this today. You can copy and paste a lot of that. And so anyway, I am somebody that is now using it as a business tool more than I am using it as anything else, So anyway, hopefully that helps you with that, making that little shift. If you're kind of feeling do I have to post in my stories today? Yes, you do. All right. Let's go into number 4. Be entertaining. Be fun. You might be like, Allison, I don't think I'm fun. But this is, I guess, what I mean. I want you thinking of being entertaining as what do I find funny? Maybe it's not necessarily that you are funny. It's, hey, these are things that I find actually entertaining. So we all are scrolling on social media a lot of times to just numb out and to be entertained, right? Let your audience laugh a little, right? Share a trending sound maybe that you think is funny, or just let them see your goofy side. It's okay just to post some funny mom memes, okay? Just don't make this your only content that you share. Sometimes I'll go to people's profiles and it's literally just going into their stories and it's just 10 memes that are there. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're funny, but it doesn't necessarily share anything about their business or anything about them, right? So I'd say 2 to 3 of these a day is totally fine, but don't make this the only thing that you're posting about. Now, if you are building a business, you have to remember that you're not an influencer account, but having fun is totally acceptable and it actually encouraged, right? I want social media to be a fun thing for you and not a chore that you hate every single day, right? Make it fun for yourself. Share your great life with people. Like I already said, if you feel your life sucks, well, this might be that time that you're like, hey, I'm going to turn some things around. We are here to live epic, exciting lives. I truly do believe that. How can you make your life more interesting? Get out of your head a bit. Live life for you. Have more fun. And what I know about money, right? Money is attracted to fun, not stress, worry, and anxiety. Okay? Go have some fun today and share a little piece about you on the internet, okay, on your stories. Now, my final thoughts here are stories don't have to be complicated. They just need to be real, intentional, and consistent. I'd say post about 80% of you and your amazing life and about 20% about business and promotional content, okay? Think of stories as kind of like the behind the scenes of like a sales page, the place where people come and get to know you, learn from you, trust you, and eventually buy from you. This is where you can share more about your offers and how it's going to change their life. All right. People are going to buy from you simply because they just liked you more, even though a bunch of you guys are all selling the same stuff. Okay. And if you are stuck with like, I'm overthinking this whole story thing, I don't necessarily know what my strategy is, let me help you simplify it. This is exactly what I help my clients with inside my one-on-one coaching. I want to make business so much more simple for you, making your daily content clear. I want you being confident coming on camera, and I want you just attracting your tribe of people on social media. You don't need to be posting a ton. You just need to be posting more with purpose. So if you are ready to sell more and stress less about what to say, I am taking on one-on-one clients right now. Click the link in my show notes to learn more about my 3 and 6 month one-on-one coaching program. And yeah, you can apply to work with me and book that sales call. All right, so let's make Instagram and social media a money-making machine for your business. So go on your stories today and start talking about your offers and sharing more about your life. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. I will see you next Monday. And as always, happy selling. I'll see you next week. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Ambitious Coach podcast today. A couple favors before you go. If you found this episode helpful, please take a screenshot and share it on Instagram. Most importantly, don't forget to tag me at Allison Henderson _coach. That's ALLISON Henderson _coach. And lastly, please take a minute to rate this episode and leave a raving review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you tune in to listen. Okay, ambition is great, but it's time to get to work. Take action and commit to being 1% better every day. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you again next week.